Namaste, Lucifer. As usual.
Propagate! Come at me! Have a load of killjoy! We've only just begun! Scatter! Let's move! This was well done.
Hey, it's just a little lightning. No need to fear it on the open ocean, so there's even less need to fear it on dry land.
Let's dance.
Roast and fry. You need to hurry up. This was well done. Roast and fry. Propagate. You need to hurry up.
नहीं
Well done. You need to hurry up.
Let the show begin.
Roast and fry. You need to hurry up.
Propagate!
Through.
A reward on the road.
ठीक है
I'll protect us.
यो शैडो कैसे हो कैसा गया एग्जाम
Spring forth!
एग्जाम कैसा गया आपका वोल्फ्स गेव क्या होता है डीलिक के सिग्नेचर वेपन की बात कर रहे हो क्या
Let the show begin.
वो तो वोल्फ्स ग्रेव स्टोन होता है ना लकी हैं 5 स्टार के नाम पे सिर्फ यही है हमारे पास देखो बस रैंक 5 हो जाए तो मज़ा आ जाए रैंक 5 ही तो नहीं हुआ है पता नहीं रैंक 5 कब होगा ये भी और बड़बड़ा के पास जो विपन है वो भी रैंक 5 हो जाए तो सही रहे अरे यार कलेक्ट नहीं हुआ वहीं डीलुक ट्रेवलर एंड डीलुक बस हाँ तो अच्छा है ही, तो अच्छा क्यों नहीं लगेगा?
Not the busiest of my days.
ट्रेवलर ही तो इस गेम में ऐसा एक है जो सारे एलिमेंट को कंट्रोल कर सकता है, एकमात्र कैरेक्टर। ट्रेवलर जिस तरह से सारे एलिमेंट को कंट्रोल करता है, अगर सब में सबसे ज़्यादा डैमेज उसी का दे दे तो फिर गेंशिन के और कैरेक्टर का कोई मतलब बनता है? ये बताओ, कोई मतलब नहीं बनता। ट्रैवलर को बनाते भी नहीं ना लोग उस तरह से, जितना मेहनत और कैरेक्टर के आर्टिफैक्ट्स पे ये वो सब पे करते उतना मेहनत नहीं करते इस पे, ये भी बात है। पता नहीं।
I'll protect us.
Another test subject.
Scatter!
हम लड़की नहीं है ना, तो वाचिंग कैसे रहेगा हमारा ज़्यादा?
Propagate!
या तो फालतू बोलते, नहीं तो लड़की होते तो रहता वाचिंग।
The wrong test subject.
रहने दो यार, हम इतना नहीं सोचते, बस आपने बोला इसलिए बोल दिए थोड़ा इतना।
show begin.
अरे बोले ना हम कि उतना नहीं सोचते हम, इतना फर्क पड़ता तो सिंपल है। गेम खेलते हैं तो उसको साथ में स्ट्रीम भी कर लेते हैं, बस ये समझो आप।
Another test subject.
हाँ टेस्ट सब्जेक्ट है, बताते हैं।
Propagate! Spring forth!
Pride. Picked the wrong test subject.
Let's dance.
नमस्ते अंकुर। कैसे आना हुआ आज? यार पता नहीं क्या बता दिया, पढ़े भी नहीं सही से। वहाँ करने में दिक्कत ना हो अब। सैड हो। नमस्ते नमस्ते। देखो हम उसे पढ़े नहीं है सही से, तो यहाँ गाइड कर देना कि करना क्या है इधर। सब तो वहीं रहता है, आसान कौन रहता है। आप बस वहाँ पे बताना ना जहाँ पे अटके। अब हम समझ गए। हो तो गया सब बढ़िया से। अब क्या चाहिए। पता नहीं। नहीं यार, खुल क्यों नहीं रहा है। सारे लाइट अप ही कहाँ हो रहे हैं। मिल तो रहा है साइन। ये गड़बड़ है। 20 करोड़ किस बात के? ओह, तो आप जानबूझ के नहीं बता रहे थे।
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has...
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I... Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission.
Rift Hounds? A narc?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. Good. Then you can see that this case is...
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to... You have our deepest gratitude. You're confident. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Hound appearances have been recently reported.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra.
बहुत अच्छे एक्टर बनोगे, है ना? नीचे से चल जाते हैं। आप तो काफ़ी टैलेंटेड हो।
You're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
नमस्ते अननोन गेमर।
You're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Scatter! Propagate!
Let the show begin.
क्या पता यार, सोचेंगे। अभी ऐसा कुछ इमीडिएट नहीं सोचे हैं।
Scatter!
सबकी ऐसी की तैसी।
Retribution! Ha! Ha!
To ashes! Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find
क्या
myself
हो
having
गया
the
एक दिन
urge
में
to spend
ज़्यादा?
some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself? Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely.
नहीं तो
According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be
वो
delegated
तो
to the
बस एक
Tri
ही पार्ट
Commission.
करके छोड़ दिया ना,
But
सिर्फ
rift
रेडन का
hounds
स्टोरी क्वेस्ट
attacking
खुल
the
गया
sacred
इसलिए।
Sakura.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being
जायो तो नहीं
obliterated
मिला, लेकिन
entirely.
आईमी को मिला है
The
बिडलो को,
monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman
वो
soil,
भी एक पुल में।
and the rift hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall.
उन्होंने
Maybe
जायो
to
पे
you,
4
it
पुल
seems like
किया
my
शायद।
response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not
तो
unwarranted in
बोले
this
6
case.
पुल और कर लेना बैनर
Guess you
लास्ट
can't
होने से
argue
पहले
with
तक,
that.
एटलीस्ट एक 4
Since
स्टार
we
तो
are
मिल
both
ही
here for the
जाएगा।
same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria. This color, it's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage.
हाँ बनाओ।
Let's follow it. It should be this way.
ढेर सारे पीटी बनाओ। अगले अपडेट से ना 3 बैनर आने वाला है। एक आपको रीजन स्पेसिफिक बैनर आएगा। और जो थर्ड बैनर आएगा ना, उसमें आपका ये वाला सिस्टम होगा। कोई भी एक पुराना कैरेक्टर जो आपको चाहिए, उसका आप ये बना सकते हो, चूज करके रख सकते हो। पहला हो सकता है कि मॉन्स्टर का ही रिलेटेड आए। सेवेंटी आता है, और क्या आता है?
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's
ये तो
flowing out, is it sap or
नर्सरी
something?
एलकेजी के
And
बच्चे
how
जानते
come
हैं।
it's glowing? Huh? What's this?
अरे यार, 10 आता है, और क्या आप लोग अजीब अजीब बातें पूछते हो।
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back.
तो फिर
And
10
once you're in
कहाँ
their
गया?
sights, we will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now. But they'll be back. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beast.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt there are no monsters. Nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed
जोंगली
with
को अगर
strong
एज ए
filth
डीपीएस
and
लाता ना तो
highly
उससे
aggressive.
ज़्यादा पावरफुल कोई नहीं
But when
होता।
purified,
ऐसे भी वो रेडन से
it
ज़्यादा
presents in the
पावरफुल है।
form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterward.
So the memories of the ones
और ये
that
बात
died are
रेडन
all
भी मानती
appearing
है।
at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now? Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others... The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late. Otherwise, it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. I could tell that, although
नेफिलेट
neither
को
of
तो
us
आप भूल ही
acknowledged
गए।
it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. I never had the chance to see her one last time.
नेफिलेट यार ल्यूडेक्स।
But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined.
अभी जो
Those
करेंट में
terrible
हाइड्रो का
tragedies
आर्कन है।
left great wounds.
Hey,
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my
अभी
martial might
करेंटली
was in
सबसे
vain.
पावरफुल वही है।
Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters,
बाकी ये
I was
अलग बात है कि
helpless
रेडन
against
ने
the
अपने पावर्स
ravages of
छुपा
time.
रखे हैं और
Powerless
जोंगली ने
to
भी
keep the
अपने
ones I
पावर्स
cherished alive.
बांट रखे हैं।
But after my clash with human ambition, when I traveled around
अभी तो
Inazuma
वही
with
है
you,
ना, अभी
I
तो
caught a
उस
glimpse of how
रीजन
the
का बॉस
nation has
वही है।
progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential.
हाँ तो करेंट आर्कन की
Moving
बात करोगे
forward
तो करेंट में
inevitably
भी
invites further loss,
जोंगली
but
सबसे
also
स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट है।
new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, all those who sacrificed them as Inazuma's god. Warriors of the... I will never forget you. And all that you...
he's taking all this pretty hard.
तब आप गलत हो। जोंगली को कम नहीं समझो आप लोग। अजय डूहा को अपनी आधी पावर्स दे रखा है, उसके बाद भी उसे फिर हरा देता है। जिस रेडन को आप स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट मानते हो ना, वो रेडन भी मानती है कि जोंगली सुपीरियर है उससे, तो फिर आपको बोलने से क्या ही होता है। करेंट में नहीं है बट आएगा।
Leave them to me. Shine down.
पता है आप किस लिए बोल रहे हो ब्रस्ट मारने?
Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
हम इसे बचा के रखे थे थोड़े बड़े वाले के लिए। अरे आर्कन्स में जोंगली ही है नंबर 1।
with egg.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish, vaporize them all in one.
You are unduly
ऐसे भी
concerned.
जोंगली के
I'm
सिग्नेचर
simply
को वक्त
conserving
देने
my
वाला है।
energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
ठीक है,
Makes
मानने में
sense.
क्या है,
Spoken like a seasoned shogun.
मान लेते हैं।
The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
अरे यार जोंगली को आप लोग एज अ सपोर्ट बनाते हो, सिर्फ एज डीपीएस बना के देखो कभी उसे।
What brings you back so soon?
Fighting a battle and
Allow me, though blind.
Your Excellency, it
आप
sounds
लोग
like the
सिर्फ
Almighty
उसके
Shogun has... I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
what should we do? Oh,
I see. Most of the residents, and now the Almighty. Imagine if this was something that people flee out of. But me, I have no. The Almighty Shogun often just listening to her stories. One thing she always says is, "Good thing." So you see, as
Perhaps.
it won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Once this catastrophe.
बहुत सारे डोमेन में हम देखें रेडिन को कुछ नहीं कर पाती है।
Goodness me, the Almighty Shogun. One moment, I'll just. Really? But it's
नमस्ते
always been
गेम्स।
right by my. I couldn't possibly.
Don't worry about it.
Almighty Shogun, you're not.
This place is.
अरे यार आप लोग जिस रेडन
It's
रेडन
quite
कर
unlike
रहे
the
हो
tea
ना,
house in your
उस
mind.
रेडन से पूछना।
Leave it to us.
और रेडन
But
ही बोली है कि
well,
जोंगली उससे
okay.
बेहतर है।
I never thought. I can't decide whether it's a.
वो भी
final
एडमायर
regret
करती है जोंगली
or
को।
a final stroke of good fortune.
where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now. At the same time, this lovely old man from 500.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
It's the Traveler. And the Almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh,
जोंगली
sure.
अपने आधे पावर्स
I'll
बांट
fix it
चुका
for you
है,
right away.
पता होना चाहिए आपको।
Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, Almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please.
No. I am your humble servant.
जिसे
I
उसने
guarantee
कैद
my
कर
inconvenience
रखा है,
when the Almighty Shogun
उसका
graces me with
पुराना
her presence.
दोस्त
I'll deal with it
अजदुहा।
right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty shogun that...
I seldom had the time to drink tea. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on
वैसे
reality.
देखो तो पहले जो
She always saw things that way.
सारे आर्कन में जितने भी आर्कन थे
Pretty
पहले
different views, huh?
आर्कन वार के टाइम पे, उसमें से
Indeed,
सिर्फ एक
indeed.
जोंगली ही है जो सरवाइव करा है
It
अभी तक,
was the biggest difference between us.
आधा पावर
In
देने के
her
बाद
eyes,
भी.
the most precious things in this world were dreams. They are similar. But when you came charging into the plane of Euthymia,
बाकी सब मारे गए.
I saw
हल्के में नहीं
human
लो उसे आप लोग.
aspirations light up the sky far above in the form. Now, it seems like she was right.
Wow.
उसका
There sure
वीपन
was a
बफ
lot
मिल
going
गया
on
ना,
beneath the surface.
और कुछ
Makoto
अच्छे
saw a
किट्स मिल
bigger
गए
picture
उसे
than
और.
I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is
That's, quite a...
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we... I suppose what it comes down to... Yes, it does. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was... on the surface.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But now...
जोंगली
I
लाइफ
no
भी
longer
बहुत का
cling to
सेव
what was
करा है.
lost. I suppose that...
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
जायो को कौन
It's
बचाया?
quite
जोंगली ही
beautiful.
बचाया है.
Thank you.
You are too kind.
अजदुहा को अपने
Humble
आधे
servant such
पावर्स
as I
दिया
does
है
not
उसने
deserve the
बचाने के लिए
gratitude of the
उसको.
Almighty
वो
Shogun.
मर रहा था तो.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
जोंगली खुद बोला कि वो पहले इतना स्ट्रॉन्गर नहीं रहा. हाँ पढ़ रहे हैं, पता है हमें. जोंगली उतना डैमेज नहीं देता, लेकिन उसका शील्ड तो देखो, सबसे स्ट्रॉन्गर शील्ड है उसके पास. और उसका वीपन बफ, उसके वीपन को बफ मिल जाएगा तो फिर वो और बढ़ेगा उसका डैमेज. और आप लोग उसका डैमेज बनाते कब हो? सब तो उसके शील्ड को ही बनाते हैं, तो जिस लिए बनाते हैं उसमें देखो ना. उसके शील्ड में किसी को भी डाल दो जो बहुत डैमेज करता है, लेकिन अगर उसका डिफेंस वीक है
Looking for a tea set himself, would he?
क्या ही खतरनाक कॉम्बिनेशन है फिर.
Perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long. As was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
The information held in the ley
दोनों
lines is
मैनेज किया जा
complex and
सकता है.
disorderly. Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I...
देखो इस गेम में एक चीज़ है, ये आप लोग ध्यान रख के चलना कि
The tea
किसी
is
के भी
ready.
पावर्स
Please
कम तो
give it a
नहीं
try.
करेगा, लेकिन बढ़ा सकता है.
So many thoughts racing through my head as I was brewing.
और ऐसे भी जोंगली का सिग्नेचर उतना काम में आ नहीं रहा, लोगों के
I'm not
पसंद
sure
से
how to
बाहर जा रहा है,
explain
तो
it.
उसको बफ जरूर देगा.
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. The events of 500 years ago, not only...
She died in that disaster.
सील्ड बस इतना ही
Yes.
मजबूत बनाओ जितना नेक्स्ट
She
सील्ड
went
आने
to
तक वो
Conria
टिका रह
alone,
जाए.
without telling. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Yes.
हाँ पायरो आर का नाना है बट
She
उसके
had already lapsed into
विपन
unconsciousness
को
by
बफ
that
देगा
point.
इस बार रीरन में.
So it was there. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? It was
ऐसा
there and
एक्सपेक्टेड
then
है,
that
बाकी
I resolved to pursue
कंफर्म तो गेम
eternity.
वाले ही करेंगे.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree... That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted
और
so
वैसे पे
starkly with
लेवल
the area
कैरेक्टर
as
में
I
देखो अभी
remembered it. It
सबसे
seemed as if
स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट तो फिर
I was the
नेबुलेट है.
only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness.
तो
With the
इसलिए तो
help of the
वहीं तो
sacred
बता रहे हैं
sakura's
कि
power,
जोंगली के विपन को
I was
बफ
finally
दे
able
सकते
to
हैं, वो
overcome the
ज़्यादा
monsters
चांस
and
बनता है.
quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. I once told myself that I would never speak of these, but even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you
Sister? You mean to say that she was somehow involved in...
based on what we've learned so far?
अरे
I'm
यार
sorry.
जोंगली बढ़िया आर्कन है यार.
I wasn't there, and also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma. So, I'm afraid I can't help you.
Oh,
अरे आपको जाना है तो आप जा सकते
With
हो.
this last... Thank you.
we should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very
हाँ
well.
तो बढ़िया है ना,
Based on my
अटैक देता है तो.
investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
अरे यार ये क्या है. चलो होगा कुछ, हमें क्या. ठीक है, नहीं भूलेंगे. अपने नाम ही ऐसा रखा है, अननोन रहने वाला. यार हद है. आप जब फ्री हो ना तो ऐड कर लेना हमें.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey, are you...
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
वही करती हूँ बेस्ट और कुछ
Illusion
नहीं.
shattered! Shine down!
लो.
Are
लोग कांड कर दिया।
I'm fine.
आर्कन, बेस्ट आर्कन, बेस्ट
Illusion shattered.
फाइटिंग आर्कन जम गई बेचारी।
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Illusion shattered.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
I.
बहुत
My
मारा
apologies.
बेचारी को, देखो रो
Don't
रही है।
worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Don't. It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation...
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Scatter! Eyes on me! Propagate! Burn!
I'll protect us.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirit...
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we...
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, the result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, you could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later...
Thank you for your comforting words. But I used to think just like that samurai. That I was first and... But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to... Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, as the Raiden Shogun they revere. I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will, no matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as...
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her, huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up. What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it. It looks like... the situation... No need. She is calling me. I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past. We're finally here, The entrance should be nearby.
Whoa! Where'd the Torii Gate come from?
चलो हम आते हैं पानी लेकर, तब इसे आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The... It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Where are we go? we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place... Look over there! It's another A!
नमस्ते बेगीटो।
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that... the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you... I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this! Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day!
Welcome
The
back.
rules I set for the Shogun are... No. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion.
तो गेम ऑन क्यों किया था अभी?
Courage, love, hatred, all of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A.
अरे यार, तो फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट भेज के क्या ही करोगे जब खेल ही नहीं
Even
सकते
the
साथ
proud
में?
and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced.
ओके
Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. There is no escape! Weak! Strike dead! The eye
Shine
sweeps
down.
the land! Now you shall perish! The Kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Thunder! Inazuma shines eternal! Shadow. Pathetic, weak. Pathetic. Illusion shattered! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma. will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time.
C3 है।
Torn to oblivion! We go! The eye sweeps the lands. Strike dead, now ye shall perish! Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her. 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learn to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
अपने ही पपेट से लड़ाई कर रही है ये। क्या बात है। तो अब इनाजुमा बिना आर्कन के रहेगा।
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to... She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the... Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Okay. Oh, you're right. Paimon
someone's not in the best of moods. Let me get. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why, rushed into it without thinking. Well, so you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And from what—
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
क्या यार आप भी वैसे ऐसे बातें करोगे तो क्या ही कोई बोले। किस लिए बनाए हैं ये यहाँ पे? हाँ बहुत पुण्य का।
Now then, I always have my ways. It's to the outsider. The realm of consciousness is a very abstract. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact space.
So, it's abstract, but has a location. But you.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, this is precisely why when entering the plane of Euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
You. Paimon had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine! Paimon's coming too.
10th में होकर ये सब बातें
Well, if you're quite sure.
समझ रहे
Of
हैं।
course. Now, I shall send you on your way.
आपके जनरेशन के बच्चों का यही हाल है। आपका गलती नहीं है।
Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can.
आप लोगों को
I'll be ready
लगता
to
है आप लोग
respond
आगे
by
हो।
placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Nico, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to work.
लड़कियां ना आप लोग से आगे होती है, बट वो ऐसे दिखाते नहीं चलती है जिस तरह से आप लोग करते हो। आप लोगों को लगता है कि आप लोग उन्हें यूज कर रहे हो, बट एक्चुअली आप लोग यूज होते रहते हो। कोई ना, समझ में आ जाएगा कभी। वेंटी का स्टैचू
Remember
यहाँ
to
क्या
focus
कर रहा है?
constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
क्या मना कर दिया हमारे स्ट्रीम के लिए?
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And this is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500
पता
years
नहीं
ago.
आप क्या बोल रहे हो.
Final duel? So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler.
जाओ.
I'm going to be the start
बुला
of
रही है तो.
something new. The time our duels took to fight
ये
was
S
long
डॉट
enough
U
to
डॉट
witness
T
the
डॉट
rise
A
and
क्या
fall
होता है?
of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize
हाँ
the
ठीक है
oceans
जाओ.
and transform into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yes, you have endured. I will endure forever. Inferior! Illusion shattered! Witness the final calamity! There is no escape! Inferior!
अरे जाओ जाओ.
This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost
नहीं
this
आप
duel
बोल
for
रहे हो कि
sure.
हमारे स्ट्रीम के लिए
Yet,
मना कर दिए तो
my
हमारे
reason
स्ट्रीम के
for
लिए क्यों
fighting
मना करोगे?
redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits.
हम आपको क्यों
I
बिगाड़ेंगे?
now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens.
हमारे स्ट्रीम के
And
लिए आप
whenever
अपना
I
कोई काम
think of
नहीं
this,
छोड़ो.
I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin.
थैंक यू.
The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
आप क्या बोले हो समझ ही नहीं आ रहा हमको आपका मैसेजेज।
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But... you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade... Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you.
वाह, क्या मस्त ही बात बोला है आपने।
Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
बहुत भावुक क्षण चल रहे थे यार अभी। ओहो, क्रश हो गया होगा आप पे उसका। बैठी होगी कि कहीं आपको कुछ नहीं आया तो बता देती।
So the A of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely
अरे
to
तो
this
आपने ही
point
तो
in
उसका
time
ध्यान
without
अपने
any
तरफ खींचा
problems.
था ना,
And yet,
तो
that
पूरा
sense
ध्यान
of
लगा दिया आप
disorderliness
पे।
has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully
आपने
understand
थैंक यू
that.
बोला, वो वेलकम कर रही थी।
But my
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. Without the sacred sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred sakura, but you've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred sakura and Makoto's consciousness. But unfortunately, you never...
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
कुमारी थी क्या?
The sacred sakura is
क्या
within
पता
my
कहीं
purview
रिश्ते
at the
की बात
shrine,
करने के
so
लिए आ रही
obviously
हो।
I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Now
कुमारी
I see
थी या
who's
शादीशुदा
pulling the
थी?
strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears
कुमारी
today.
ही होगी। देख लो, रिश्ते की
And
बात
obviously
करना
I
चाह
played
रही
my
होगी आपके
part
मम्मी
too.
से।
It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of
नंबर
battling
भी
took place
एक्सचेंज
on
कर
the
लिया, वाह।
inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind. At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our
हम इंस्टा
search.
चला ही नहीं रहे।
Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most
और
likely to
ऐसे
be
भी
the intersection
मोह
of
माया
all
से
that you
दूरी
were
ही
wishing
ठीक है।
for. The flow of turbulence may well...
Does that mean it wasn't by...
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the out. My first thought was... But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You too have my thanks.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She even factored my immaturity into her plan.
देखो हमारी जीएफ कितनी
It's all
सुंदर है.
thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's a...
Thank you.
देख रहे हो कितनी
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally
खूबसूरत है.
emerged from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously...
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I said.
Makoto said the exact same thing.
अरे आपकी तो रेडन सोगन है ना.
I wonder,
हम तो ये
does
की
that
बात कर रहे
qualify
हैं.
me to maybe take the position of shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's
आप अपने
worth.
वाले पे अड़े रहो.
We will
इधर
have
उधर
to
मत
end the
भागो.
frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things
हाँ
currently
हाँ
stand.
सोगन आपकी है.
Then, we will
ये
give careful
हमारी है.
consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
कितनी प्यारी है. देखो तो मन ही नहीं कर रहा यहाँ से आगे बढ़ने का. ये हमारी है. ए को छोड़ के आप जिधर भी बातें करो कर सकते हो.
I'm looking forward to it.
इसके लिए आपको हमसे फाइट करना पड़ेगा और आप जीतोगे नहीं. देखो अब ये क्या आया है. ओ 45 देगा. मिस्टीरियस रेसिपी. क्या किया. सोचना क्या है. जो भी किया आप बता दो क्या किया उसने. बेनी का मिशन कल कोई बोल रहा था कि मतलब कुछ शेकी है. तो आपको अगर पता हो तो अभी हमें स्टार्ट करेंगे. हेल्प कर देना थोड़ा जहाँ फंसे वहाँ पे. अच्छा आप ही थे. अभी स्टार्ट करें. हेल्प करोगे.
One shoe in, now hiring. Urgent... Look, Traveler! An urgent hiring notice and they're paying top mark! You're right, it is strange. Do you think something happened to Yenshio? Cause the notice says interested parties should go upstairs and talk to the innkeeper what... Yeah, and we can ask
ज़्यादा
about the
स्ट्रॉन्ग
payment,
रहती तो
right?
गेमर थोड़ी बनते. यूपीएससी निकाल के आईएएस नहीं बनते. आपने कर तो रखी है ना?
Boss, there's really no need for this. It's just a little burn, that's all. It won't get in the way of my work.
Perhaps not, but continuing to work will only hinder your recovery. You need to rest for a few days. We'll figure something out.
Huyan! Yanchao!
Oh? Traveler and Paimon! What brings you to this neck of the woods?
And we decided to come check up on Yanchao.
I knew we shouldn't have posted that notice.
How kind of you.
Oh, all right. Well, basically, we had a lot of guests pouring in for the lantern ride. Well, you know what they say.
Now. I don't want you pushing.
But the lantern ride's only just for... plus...
Listen to you. But he's not wrong.
I don't mean to...
Do we know anyone that's a good chef and has the time to help out?
ओह, तो आप उनके स्ट्रीम से आए हो?
Right. Yes. Now I think about it. I do...
Why are you...
Well...
What do you think, Traveler? Should we do it?
I did...
I should...
Oh.
I believe there's some spare kit.
Of course. Whew. All done. It's nothing.
You really went to all the trouble of building a new stovetop? What was...
No, it's nothing like that. As...
क्या मतलब इतना जल्दी? आप पहले भी स्ट्रीम पे आए हो, बट किधर से आए हो हमें थोड़ी पता। हमें लगा गगन ने बताया होगा कि आयरस भी स्ट्रीम करते।
Where to slice into a particular cut of meat? When you cook for yourself, you can all...
Worst case scenario, Paimon can...
The final thing you have to cater... Don't worry.
तो क्या हुआ?
Of course, I'll be around.
ओह, क्या सर्च करा था
There's
आपने?
no time to lose, so let's...
Oh, Paimon... What ticket are we on again? Table 1 was onion... Was Paimon just sleep floating?
No, but this is peak season. You both did a mighty fine job for your first time, sir. Luckily, all our customers were familiar faces.
No strange...
Also, the thing about requests is that they're usually...
Excuse me. Are you...
अच्छा,
What should we
ये
do?
करने पे हमारा चैनल
It doesn't
दिखाता
look
है?
like anyone's here.
अरे
It's
कोई
all
होगा,
right.
हमें क्या
If
है?
we start building a campfire now, we'll be eating before too long.
Right. Besides, if anyone's to...
किस दिन और किसका लाइव स्ट्रीम?
Paimon? So, is the Traveler here?
Traveler, Paimon!
Paimon was gonna say the same thing! Anyway, so that's how we ended up...
No, quite the
It's not every day we get this kind of opportunity.
We could hardly pass it.
In our time...
So, we decided to stick... We visited Granny...
In the end, though, we lost track of time. We haven't even...
And speaking of eating, we simply...
Oh!
That fish one with the...
Oh, you mean...
अरे यार कितने बात बनी लोग हैं, बहुत बातें करते हैं।
What?
बाय सैडो। बेनी का रह ही जाएगा आज भी।
I doubt we'll be able to decipher the menu, so why
आप
don't
जब
you
आओगे
recommend
तब
something?
करेंगे फिर।
One more...
ओके ओके, ठीक है, बाद में होगा और क्या। अरे यार क्या है, कुत्ता अजीब करते रहता है, काम नहीं है इसको।
Fontaine, huh?
सामान तो आपने करा है बेनी का
This is
स्टोरी
where it
किस्ट।
here's the recipe.
दे यार छोड़ो, हटाओ, नहीं आता पकाने में। आप तो बोल रहे थे कि ट्रिकी है। अरे यार अभी तो ये मुश्किल लग रहा है। हाँ, अजीब पागल बनाने वाला चीज करता है ये। खाना बनवा रहा है। क्या यार,
Sorry for the wait. This dish is called...
क्या हुआ?
Ah, yes. We meant to say, you two.
Oh, now that you mention it, Paimon is a little hungry. Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse? Oh, right, of course. You're still our customers. Why aren't you eating?
The sauce looks a little overpowering.
Oh, according to Liyue custom, it's probably good.
Looks delicious, traveler. I guess I'll dig in first.
What is it? Do you need some water?
No. It's delicious. The flavor is so...
Yep, you have quite the palate, Lynette.
No wonder it pairs so well with the shrimp meat. I've never seen it prepared this way before.
According to the creator, chewy crab complements succulent shrimp, making a spectacular seafood ensemble. The crab roe glitters like pearls of gold, and the shrimp shines like chunks of jade.
So that's where the name comes from. This dish must be right up your alley, Lynette.
It's half gone already?
I heard that in Liyue. The biggest compliment you can pay to the chef is to leave a clean plate. It's...
Wait, don't fight over it! Hey, leave some for Paimon!
So your friends like the dish, huh? There'll be more to come? Ugh, too salty.
Hmm. 60 primo gems. Okay.
Oh, it's you! Didn't think I'd be running into... How are your adventures and where are you going after this? Bet you've got a really exciting... The name's Bennett. Oh, I was just so excited to run into some... Of course! If I'm being honest, Yeah, it might look like you're just handling... Anyway, me on the other... Never mind. Speaking of, when you go... if you brought me a... I don't want to get you into... I guess you're... But, apart from going... So, I really... Alright. So it... Really? Seems... So... That's a... For someone like me... I mean... Oh, It's got a great... Awesome.
नमस्ते माइल्स.
Are you here?
अभी नहीं, फिर कभी.
Over here. Over here.
अरे यार, किसको मरना है
Let the
आप?
show begin.
घर है ये। नमस्ते निशांत। ये कब खुला?
A reward on the road.
कैबेज मिला इससे? ये कौन सी बात हुई? क्या यार? कैबेज मिल रहा है और बोल रहा है बहुत बड़ा चेस्ट है।
A reward on the road.
लगता है गेंशिन पागल हो गया है।
Huh. What happened? It wasn't like this the last time I saw it. The dandelions are all stripped bare of seeds. Was there a windstorm? I'm so sorry. Really? You're not just saying that because you don't want to hurt my feelings, are you? Well, there's not much but how... Hey! Do you see that? There's a I can see a whole load of treasure chests with no monsters guarding them. I was hoping I'd get a chance to flex my muscles for me. Let's go check it out.
I'll keep this close.
Why are these chests so empty? It looks like there's nothing good left in them. Is that it? What a letdown.
We didn't miss any, right? What's the problem? We got so much stuff today. We should be happy. How come you look so down? Chests are always like this, aren't they? A few loose mora, occasionally a cabbage, maybe a radish or a bit of mora and some ingredients to fill our stomachs. The kind of chests you mentioned that have weapons, artifacts, or some other... Aren't they super, super rare? I've only seen them in places that are so dangerous you'd have to risk... Right? So let's not ask for too much. Let's keep walking. Who knows when the monsters might return. Shall we?
Protect us.
यार कहीं का।
Is this an answer from this world?
नमस्ते इम्पेरियल। नहीं, अभी नहीं करते हम। जब करेंगे तब आपका भी कर देंगे। आई मीन देख लेंगे।
Propagate!
कौन सा पिद्दी बचा हुआ है अभी तक? ये
Leave it to me. हद है यार।
Is this an answer from this world?
It's so nice here. I've been adventuring. Oh, not actually. Back in the day, they were the ones. Now, I'd love to. Absolutely. I picked up most of. By the way, the weather's so. Oh. Sorry. Well, it's.
Bennett! So there you are.
Hi, Jack.
Some of the older
You mean my dad's?
Well, you're the one who...
Okay. I'll be. Oh, wait. Yeah. Thanks.
We'd better hurry back.
Okay.
How come the weather suddenly brightened up?
Let's go.
The show begins.
To ashes! Propagate!
Let's dance.
Spring forth! Propagate!